You are currently standing on a fragile glass floor, and beneath you is a $38 trillion furnace that never sleeps. Welcome to the entropy trap, the ultimate endgame of the modern financial era. This is the global game where your hard-earned effort is used as raw fuel, and the resulting heat is the systemic debt that consumes your purchasing power before you even have a chance to touch your paycheck. In 2026, the average person is trapped in a rigged race where the finish line is programmed to move back 10 feet for every 5 feet they gain. This is not a conspiracy. It is entropy. It is the second law of thermodynamics applied to your bank account. Entropy is the natural, inevitable decay of energy and order in any closed system, and the global financial machine is the most rigid, closed system in human history. You think you are saving money for a rainy day, but in reality, you are just hoarding rapidly melting ice cubes in the middle of a scorching desert. In this environment, leverage is no longer a luxury or a choice. It is a fundamental survival mechanic. But here's the catch. Most people are conditioned to use leverage to acquire liabilities, effectively trapping themselves deeper in the very gears they should be using to escape. To understand how to break free, we must look back to the year 180 AD. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king and the most powerful man on earth, stands in a cold room filled with the sharp scent of vinegar and the stench of death. The Antonine Plague is gutting the Roman Empire from the inside out, and the economy is in a free fall. The currency of the realm, the silver denarius, is being systematically shaved and debased, its silver content plummeting as the state desperately tries to print and clip its way out of a combined biological and social entropy. Aurelius does not succumb to panic or the easy path of tyranny. He realizes that true sovereignty is not found in the gold stored in the imperial vaults, but in the radical discipline of the human mind and the rejection of external chaos. In an act of pure Stoic leverage, he sells the imperial palace's jewels, silks, and treasures to pay off the state's debts, rather than further taxing a broken populace. He understands that to beat entropy, you must become the anomaly. You must be the one element in the system that does not decay or follow the downward trend of the crowd. In the modern age, that $38 trillion debt is the new digital plague. It is a mathematical certainty, a gravity well that will eventually liquidate the entire middle class. To become an anomaly today, you must stop trading your finite time for a currency that is mathematically programmed to lose its value. You must shift your focus to building systems, whether they be code, content, or specialized assets, that capture value and compound faster than the system can debase them. This is the sovereign mindset that separates the players from the pawns. You are not a victim of this game. You are a player who has finally gained access to the source code. The game is rigged, yes, but it is rigged to favor those who understand that entropy is simply a tax on the unthinking and the stagnant. You must find the leverage points of the 21st century, whether it is the leverage of technology, the leverage of brand, or the leverage of Stoic indifference to the consumerist trap. You must find your edge. If you are not actively building an ark of sovereign assets, you are merely waiting for the inevitable flood to carry you away. The trap is designed to keep you in a state of perpetual low-level anxiety, a frequency where you are much easier to harvest and control. Break the loop of reactive consumption. Refuse the easy path of debt-funded status. Real wealth is not a number in a digital ledger. It is the absolute ability to walk away from a game that was designed from the beginning to make you lose. This is the only way to survive the $38 trillion collapse that is already unfolding around us. The debt clock is ticking with a deafening roar, and with every second that passes, it steals another piece of your life force. Will you remain the fuel for the furnace, or will you choose to become the spark that starts a new sovereign fire? The choice you make right now is the only thing the system cannot predict or take from you. Remember, the game never ends. It just resets for the uninitiated who refuse to learn. The entropy trap is only a trap if you do not know where the exits are hidden. Find your exit, secure your sovereignty, and become the anomaly that the system's algorithm cannot compute.
You must realize that the furnace is only dangerous if you stay inside the house. Step out into the cold clarity of the Stoic path. Master the leverage of your own focus. The $38 trillion is a debt you did not sign for, so stop acting like you are the one who has to pay it back with your soul. Build, scale, and exit the entropy loop before the glass floor finally shatters. This is NullPeak, where we transform entropy into energy and turn systemic debt into personal leverage. We are the architects of the new sovereign class. The game is changing, and for the first time, the odds are in your favor if you know where to look. See you on the other side of the collapse, where the anomalies thrive.